Hey everyone. So today I decided to another video that has been on my mind for quite a while. It's my current NeoVision shopping list. The term shopping list was actually coined by Sinsor a few months ago. I just like it because it actually is what it is. It's a shopping list, units that I'm definitely going to pull for. And this list, I should preface this, it's 99% safe that I will use my lapis on the units that are going to be mentioned in this video. But as is with all things in life, things may change at a moment's notice. Maybe I will not pull for a certain unit, maybe I will instead use the lapis that I have on another unit. But it's a rough estimate, and at this point in time, I'm, like I said, 99% sure I will pull for these units that I'm going to mention. This list only includes units from this month, December, up to March. The JP server is technically 4 months ahead, up until April. I would suggest maybe even May, depending on how many exclusive global exclusive collabs we get, depending on how many global exclusive units we get. It's up in the air, but at least we are at least 3.5 months behind JP, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. Gives us more room for cool stuff. Anyway, let's get this started with the next potential collab that I also already mentioned in my Outlook video, and is Dragon Quest collab with Alina and Zoma. The reason, excuse me, the reason why I'm gonna pull, I have to cough, 1 second. Okay, feels better now. The reason actually why I'm gonna pull for Dragon Quest is basically collection bonus. I just want to have them. I am a Dragon Quest fan. I played a lot of Dragon Quest when I was young. So that's basically my my nostalgia pulling for this. Also, Zoma's STMR, it's 80% magic, 75% LB damage. That's a nice bonus on top. I don't see mages being that relevant other than Angela, but capping Angela's LB damage is fairly easy with Yuna's STMR, for example. So while Zoma's STMR looks good on paper, I don't think it will see much use for the foreseeable future unless we get a super OP global exclusive mage again that wants this, but I don't see it being super relevant. And the vision card is pretty decent, unconditional 50% Dragon Killer. It's nice to have, I guess. But my main reason for pulling Dragon Quest is nostalgia, fan. It's my personal fan favorite, so yeah, that's the reason why I'm gonna pull. Probably not going to go for EX plus 3, that would be stretching it, but at least 1 copy. And with 1 copy, you already get EX plus 2 with these collab things, so that's good enough for me. Next up would be another collab, and that is the Legend of Mana collaboration. Like I mentioned a few weeks ago, that I will most likely spend my lapis on collabs and fan favorite, or my personal favorite units. So yeah, it's no surprise that I will definitely pull on Legend of Mana collab. Mana, I love the Mana series. I grew up with Secret of Mana on the SNES back in the day, and I love the game, and it just, Secret of Evermore is also one of the spin-offs from that. It's just such a cool game, and I loved all these games. I played all Mana games. So yeah, there is no doubt about it that I will definitely pull Legend of Mana, and because I'm a huge Mana fan, I will EX plus 3 not only Pearl but also Illazul. Although Illazul is a super limit burst unit, I don't care, it's Mana. Mana is life. I'm a huge Mana fan, so I will definitely EX plus 3 both units when they come out. Another reason why I am very much looking forward to Legend of Mana collab is the comeback of Flammy STMR. I have 0, so that is another incentive for me to go real hard on this banner. Randy Popoi STMR, which is best in slot for Angela, I've heard. So that's cool. Also Prim is in that pool, so that is a super good collab banner that is hopefully coming to global rather soonish. And it also comes with Vision World, my favorite type of dark visions. And I'm hoping that we will also get a lot of lapis from it. Again, I am looking forward to another top 50 spot, to be honest. And if you're wondering what both do, so Elazul is basically a discount Auron. He's also locked to wind on his super limit burst, while Pearl is just a hammer variance girl, and she can do some really high damage, I think. Not too sure, but her STMR is a two-handed hammer with huge variance. We're all gonna hate it or love it, depending on where on the variance spectrum you end up being. But yeah, mana, that's for me, and I'm gonna love it every second of it. And the third collab in a row, but it's not coming out in a row, sadly. That'd be cool though. I don't have sprites for Xenogears, but we're gonna get Xenogears with it and Graph. What I really like about the Xenogears collab, at least from the JP side of things, is what they did with the units. Like, you have the units themselves, and then they brave shift into their machinas or something like that. And I love the design choice. And these units, they have a super unique feeling to them because they do not wear weapons, no chest piece and no headpiece, for example. So weaponless, but they reach, or at least Graph reaches like 9,000 attack still. I mean, yeah, he suffers from not having variance. Unarmed variance is 1. So, I mean, yeah, it's a downside, but I just like the concept of it. And the Xenogears collab came with another Vision World, and I love Vision World, like I mentioned, so that is another reason to go hard. I think, personally, I will go for EX plus 3 Graph, not so much it. I haven't really seen it plays at all on a JP server, so Graph it is. But I will definitely get it too, just for the collection. And Graph, yeah, I know people are hyped about Graph, but please keep in mind that Graph didn't last long on in the JP meta. He faded out rather quickly, and I believe with global exclusive units, especially those cow units, when they do hit hard, like Lara, they change the meta rather quickly, and in a direction or in a way that most JP units, they are dead on arrival. See Hawkeye, for example. Anyway, moving on, away from collaboration units to actual Final Fantasy units, and the next one that I will pull for is, well, most likely pull for is Dragoon Kain. Now, as you can see, I put in the Brave Shifting animation. It just looks so dope. It's so cool. I love it. And he's a Dragoon. Well, Dragoons aren't that meta anymore. He is a very strong one, but we're gonna need that weapon variance change to make him relevant, actually. So I hope it's coming, and Dragoon Kain is one of those units that where I'm not quite sure whether I want to pull for them, especially if we don't get the weapon variance update by the time he comes out. I might skip Kain in the process and just hope to off-banner him at some point. But yeah, it's a Dragoon. He is going to be the strongest Dragoon we get once he releases, and I'd love to have him, but without weapon variance change, I'm not gonna go for him. Next up is the Knights of Grandshelt. So if you're really into the story of FFBE, I would suggest muting yourself right now, and I will do, well, not right now, but I will give you a sign when you can unmute yourself again in this video. Okay, so Knights of Grandshelt, in the story, they are a fusion unit of Laswell and Rain, and that's why this sheet says they. Alright, spoilers are over. Let's move on. So why am I pulling for the fusion unit or the Knights of Grandshelt? It's because they do have 200% Omni Killer. If you don't know what an Omni Killer is, think Louise. Louise has baseline 200% to every single race in killers, and the Knights of Grandshelt, they have that too. And because of that, and because they do reach high numbers in attack, they actually feel like they are a significant upgrade over Sephiroth, and it's the first unit where I would say, yes, they are worth the premium tag, they are worth the cost, and they are actually worth the upgrade over Sephiroth. Also, their sprite, this is the Brave Shift sprite you're looking at, by the way, I think. And it just looks so cool. Like, it's one of the best JP sprites I've seen in a recent while. It's actually really good. Now, the damage of the Knights of Grandshelt, it does seem very high right now. But please keep in mind, we do get global exclusive units every single month. And chances are high, by the time the Knights of Grandshelt arrive, there's still 4 global exclusive units to come in that time period. We may or may not see a huge upgrade over their damage by the time they arrive. So please keep that in mind. But as of right now, they seem pretty good. Pretty good. Do I personally think that the Knights of Grandshelt will come until the end of March 2022? No, I don't think they will. But maybe if Gumi skips more collabs like they used to do with Trials of Mana, or delays them, I should say, because it eventually came, and speed things up, maybe they will definitely release in March. It's up in the air, honestly. I'd be happy to get them in March, so that'd be a nice goal, and I would have a lot of lapis saved up by then. Alright, and a few honorable mentions here. I will most likely pull for good Clash of Worlds units in between, meaning every single month, technically. But we don't know yet what these units will do. But, I mean, I wouldn't pull for units such as Olivera, although they are nice to have. I'm not unhappy about having skipped Olivera. I actually pulled Olivera recently, my first copy, and I just don't see any use for him or them, because in Brave Shift Rivera also joins the fray. But as of right now, units such as Olivera I would safely skip, but units such as, I don't know, say Lara Croft, another Lara Croft, I definitely get them, or another Sky, I would not skip again. Another unit we are surely getting is, or surely re-releasing is Shuyu. For Lunar New Year. I think she's gonna get a small how do I word this? She's gonna get a few updates to make her worthwhile in Clash of Worlds. That is essentially what I was going to say. And I have her at EX plus 2 currently, and I will for sure EX plus 3 her, just because I loved the design of Shuyu. And Lunar New Year is on February 1st next year. So I guess she would either release at the very last week of January or on the very first week of February, just in time for Lunar New Year. And because I am one of those people that tend to hoard tickets a lot, as you've seen, I also included a few units, 3 to be precise, that I will use tickets on. Or might use tickets on. It's Tyvus for his STMR. It's Envy Renoir, just basically for the sprite, because that sprite looks very cool, as you can see. And the second Emperor Fina, because she essentially is a better Cetra Descendant Arif. So Fina, the second Emperor Fina, on her super limit burst has 400 stats, all stats that is, 300 LB damage, 30% bow imperil, and 45 light physical magical amp. That is pretty good. She is a premium unit though, so that's the biggest downside, but I think 1 is enough, or 2 for EX plus 1, such that I can super limit burst on turn 5, and that's it, pretty much. As long as I get the super limit burst of hers, eventually she'll be fine, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, those ticket pulls are totally up in the air. I might not pull for Renoir at all, because she isn't that good, honestly. It's just sprite. If I don't have the tickets by then, I'd much rather have Tyvus or Fina. Those are my go-to ticket units for the time being. Right, and that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I would love to know units that you guys are looking forward to, or units that you really want to pull. I know a lot of you are going to say Graph, and I totally get why. Graph is really cool. But yeah, please share your most wanted units in the comments below. I will read them, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of the Sunday evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're from. Peace.